What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, or welcome to the channel. My second video. So like I said in the first video, I'm on a mission. This is my journey to find knives I haven't messed with before and kind of try to, see if they're good or bad, whatever. You're gonna get my honest opinions, and like I said, those are opinions. So if you don't trust me, you can go ahead and try them for yourself. If I say it sucks, hey, it's on you if you go and get it yourself. I started going on Blade HQ and went down the rabbit hole. If you go to their brands and hit on all brands, it just picks up this huge list of just so many knives. And I figure I'll start with A's. I'm not going to go and get a knife from every brand there is. Some of them are just either, you got fixed blades. Some of them are just slip joints. I'm going more for like your modern tactical type stuff. This one here, I looked at the specs. Like I said, I'm giving it a fair shot. Looked at the specs, which I'll go over here in a second. Not very impressive, but it's a $32.99 price point. So at that point, you kind of roll the dice. So anyway, let's go ahead and go through some of these specs so I don't bore you guys too much. Let's see, we got an overall length of 7 inches, blade length being 3, so it's pretty similar to the size-wise to the one I did in the last video. 3-inch blade. It's going to be a smaller knife. I do have big dumb hands, so it's going to look ridiculous in my hand pretty much, but that's fine as long as I feel comfortable using it, and it's that's fine. It's good. Blade materials. This is where it starts making me question it. It's an S.E.R.E 13 MOV. Not horrible, but not the best. $32 knife, right? Hardness 56 RC. That's pretty. It's pretty low. Drop point, blade style. We got a flat grind on there. Satin finish. Serrated blade. I think this is my only serrated, honestly. No, I have one other one. Whatever. But that's a knife I had like 20 years or so. What else we got? The handle material, polymer. Okay, so that's, fancy word for plastic, right? Okay, it's like I said, it's a lower end kind of budget knife, so that's fine. They could have used G10 probably and kept the same price point. Liner is gonna be steel. Total weight's gonna be 3.1 ounce. It says on the website it is right hand, left hand, but only tip up, and it's spring assisted. I don't have many spring assisted knives either. I do have another one I'll compare it with, but yeah, all right, so that's that. That's your specs. Let's go ahead and open this thing up. I already cut the seal there, so make it easier to open. But all right, throw that down there. All right, first we got a little probably paperwork. So instruction carrying manual. Let's take a peek in there. And all right, so yeah, they're packaging wise, it's looking good so far. I like stickers and all that. So if you guys, if you guys are Almar watching, go ahead and throw some stickers in there. I don't know. It just makes me happy to get a sticker in the box sometimes. But all right, so I'm not going to look at the instructions and everything. All right, let's pull it out. Oh, what do we got there? Got a piece of tape. Let's look. Extra sharp, read warnings and use them. Okay. So yeah, I guess I should have looked at the warnings. Extra okay. Maybe not. Cool. All right. All right, let me get my rag out here. I'm going to wipe this down just a bit. But, all right, let's look around. Clip looks decent, actually. Not a bad clip. Yeah, it's got some tension on there, but not too much. It's going to go in and out of your pocket. Yeah, oops, all right, let's look at it this way here. There we go. Yeah, you can see we got a lot of space there. Okay, should work. Yeah, the scales are, like I said, they're going to be a polymer plastic, so feels okay. It's got some good texture on it, not much, but enough. But yeah, it does. It's got that plastic feel, so it's like, they should have went with G10. That wouldn't have been too much of a price jump. No real jimping on your flipper, and it looks like that's the only deploy method. I don't know if that's actually a back. Yeah. At first it looked like it was one solid piece on the liner, but that's actually a backspacer there. You can see, maybe not on the video, but I can see there's definitely a seam there. But that's fine. And I do like the way they did the pocket clip with the screws on top. So that's not going to rip your pocket up at all. But yeah, size wise, like I said, I have really big hands for, I'm only like 5'9", like 180 pounds, but my hands are big. When I was in the military, I was a firefighter for most of my career. So, you know, dragging a lot of stuff around and a lot of hand strength built up. So yeah, I got meaty paws. So far, not too bad. But like I said, that these scales do feel kind of cheap. Yeah, I just noticed this when I was flipping around, but can you guys see that? Between a scale and the liner there's a noticeable gap. And that's, you know, when you're making something, even if it's going to be budget friendly, you got to look at things like that. I don't know if that's a just me issue or if anybody else has had issues, if they own this, let me know in the comments, because yeah, that kind of throws me off right there. That just gives like gas station knife vibes, or like, you know, even you can even get an Ozark Trail with no gapping between the liner and the yeah, that's kind of crazy. Anyway, let's deploy it real quick. All right, let's take a look. I'm gonna wipe this off real quick for you guys. All right. Yeah, overall, blade looks okay. Like I said, it's not the most fancy steel out there. It is a drop point, but yeah, so blade looks okay. Wow. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Wow, that is a rough liner lock. And of course, it doesn't drop shut because it's assisted, but the opening action is pretty good. But yeah, that's an issue. That liner is hard. They have no kind of relief cuts or anything in there, and it's pretty. You can see it's a pretty thick liner. So that could be a problem. I will mess with it for a couple of days, like I'm doing all the knives I put up here. But yeah, that is not so far is a deal breaker, but that is rough. And I got pretty strong hands, so if I'm not pushing it over easily, wow, that's stiff as heck. All right, yeah, as you could probably tell by the tone of my voice, I am not impressed by this one so far. I'm gonna give it its fair shake, but the things that threw me off so far is just the cheap feel of the scales, which is, you know, I think that's a price cut they didn't really need to do, but I guess they found it necessary. And if you're gonna do it, I mean, at least this gap it's really pissing me off. Yeah, I'm kind of, yeah, that's very noticeable. And I mean, I don't expect, you know, perfection in every knife, but come on, that's pretty glaring. And like I said, that might just be a me problem. That might just be the one I got. But yeah, that's throwing me off so far. Those two things pretty much. Besides the like I was saying, the blade steel and everything being the price point it is because it's a cheaper knife. But still, I think they could have went with at least D2 on here, and that's something they could probably look at in the future. As of right now, I'm not gonna recommend this knife. That's just my initial. I will give it its fair shake. Like I said, I'm gonna carry it around for a couple days and see what I feel with it. If anything, I will use this not for my collection, but I'll use it more as like a work knife. There's no blade plate in it, so I mean, as far as, you know, using it for work with the liner being that stiff and everything. Yeah, I wouldn't mind beating the crap out of this one, because like I said, it's not something I'm gonna keep in my collection for sure. This is something I use for work. Maybe give it to one of my buddies at work if they want it, but it's not something I'll put in my collection for sure. And I have my collection ranges from, you know, pretty high end stuff to I got a couple of my collection at $20, but they just felt right and they did a good job with it, so I kept it. But something like this, I might use it for work. I might throw it to one of my buddies there and just say, hey, you want a freebie? Here you go. And if I do hold on to it, maybe if the channel takes off a little bit and I get some followers, maybe I'll just do a follower giveaway and make it your problem, not mine, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up. Not impressed. That's a kind of a bummer. I know that's gonna happen. The thing, you know, with the thing I'm doing, just checking out knives, you know, that I haven't heard of. And like I said, I've been collecting for a while, and if I haven't messed with them, you know, they're not mainstream. So yeah, I'm gonna get duds. I'm gonna get, you know, hopefully I get some bangers. Hopefully the good outweigh the bad. But yeah, unfortunately for my second video, yep, it's a little strikeout. So yeah, so like I was saying before in my first video, I think at the end of the month I'll wrap everything up and give you my honest impressions, give you my winners, my losers, my buys and don't buys. But so far this guy is unfortunately sitting in the dud pile. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I'll be back in a day or two for another one. I do got a couple I already have. I got to find the time to make the video. But I do got a couple two lined up. A couple are questionable, but I do have one I already have that I know everybody's going to like. And it's kind of going off what I'm doing. It's a well-known brand. It's just something I've been trying to get for a minute. And I finally got one because it actually does fit the narrative. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Anyway, enough rambling. Thank you guys for watching. And I hope you guys don't mind, but at the end, I'm always going to thank my active duty and veteran brothers and sisters out there. Take care of yourselves. Be safe, whatever you're doing. And the same goes for you guys watching the video. All right, we'll get back to it. I'll see you next time. Y'all have a great day.